Karnak temple in Luxor. We have a guest who is not just visiting, but she's actually a resident in Luxor. And right now she'll tell us her story. Hello, Ingrid.
Hello, Deena. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Very pleased to be here and with you.
Oh, me too as well. Okay, please tell me what's the story of your falling in love with Luxor?
Well, I think Luxor is one of these places, it's either love or nothing. And for people, most of the people, it's love. And I'm just one of those who came here about 20 years ago and just fell in love with it. And don't ask me why. I think it was the light. There is a special light here. It's the people, their sense of humor, the way they can laugh about themselves and about of the rest of the world. And I think, you know, once you can laugh with them and once you can make them laugh, I think you win the heart of the Egyptians.
All right. So at that time, where were you living?
I was living, and I'm still part of the time in Belgium, so in Brussels. And so I, you know, when it's really getting hot here, I try to spend a few months in Belgium, and the rest of the time I'm here, yes.
Okay, so do you work? I mean, how do you occupy your time?
Well, you know, that's the strange thing, is that you have your friends in Europe saying, "What are you doing all the time?" You know, I mean, what are you spending your time on when you're in Luxor? I mean, you know, don't you just sit there and do nothing? I said, no, there's just so much to do, so much to see, so much to know about, so much to learn. And you know, one of the things, of course, is to be able to help the poorest here, and of course, being a woman, it's helping the women. And so we have various projects on alphabetization lessons for women, for poor women on the West Bank.
Like what?
Well, we have classes that last 6 months, for which we pay. And so we have the poorest women of a village come together, and every day, 2 hours, and they get taught how to write and to read, how to make calculations, just the basics. And after 6 months, they get a kind of a diploma, official piece of paper.
Wow, that's a great project.
Oh, it is fantastic, and they're so happy. And these women are just love it. So much so that one of the classes asked us whether they could do it another 6 months, you know. So we organized another 6 months for them lately, and they were just there all the time, and all of them came back, and they still meet each other, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful project.
So what about your friends? Did you make new friends here?
Yes, I made many, many friends here, all kind of friends. I think somehow there is a bond and something that puts the people together who come here. And every year, in the summer, when I'm not here, we meet people coming from England and from Holland and from Belgium and from France. We meet together at either one place or the other, and we talk about Luxor, of course. So here we are all back home, and the only thing we do is get together again and talk about Luxor.
Okay. Have you been anywhere else in Egypt?
Yes, I've been to Cairo, of course, to Alexandria, to the desert, to Aswan, to Abu Simbel. I mean, I think I've seen not everything. I haven't seen Siwa yet, and that's one of the things I'd like to see. But you know, from Massa Matruh to, you know, Alexandria, Cairo, and then down to Aswan and Abu Simbel.
Right, so you know that tourism is kind of low nowadays in Egypt, especially in Luxor, in these touristic cities where the people living here depend on tourism basically for living. So what's your opinion about that?
Well, I think time is very, very difficult, of course, for the people here, and there is no industry in Luxor, which is a good thing. I mean, there is just no big factories and no places, you know, making a lot of smoke and noise and things like that.
Pollution.
And no pollution of industry anyway. So the only industry is tourism. So that means that people here really have a big, big problem for the time being. There's just no money coming in. And it's not only the people who have a little shop for tourism, but also the others, because since the people working in tourism don't make any money, they're not buying anything that they would normally buy in shops where only Egyptians go to. So everybody really is having a big problem, I think, here. And I think people should know that Luxor is just the way it was, the way it has been, and the way it will always be. It's just a wonderful place to come back and back and back to.
Okay, so if you have a message to tell your friends back home or anywhere in the world, what will it be?
Well,
speak to the camera.
Well, it will be, and it will always be. I think, come to Luxor, come and visit this wonderful country. If you haven't been here before, come. If you have already been, come and discover how wonderful it is, and how, you know, every time you come back, you discover other things, you get a little deeper into the wonderful things of this country and the wonderful mentality of the people. And, we say in French, you only see well something you know. And I think so the more you know Luxor, the more you see it and the more beautiful sides of it you will discover.
That was absolutely fabulous, and me too. I join Ingrid in her message. Please come to visit Egypt, to visit Luxor, Hurghada, Cairo, Aswan, all these interesting cities. Thank you very much, Ingrid.
Thank you, Deena. See you again, I hope.
I hope to see you again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.